The wheel strategy is broken, and here's the truth that no one tells you. Yo, what is going on, Premium Chasers? I hope you are having a God-blessed day. I got a very special list of 25 Ark Options Strategy stocks that I personally love. If you want that full list, drop a comment down below on today's video. I'll personally send it over to you. And if I provide some value to you in today's video, please hit that like and subscribe button. It helps us reach more people. But guys, today we're going to be talking about why the wheel strategy, I believe, is broken. A lot of people love running the wheel strategy, right? We're buying at prices we choose. We're collecting premium while we wait to buy stocks. When we get assigned, we're running covered calls and collecting premiums and kind of essentially renting out our shares and eventually selling them and then rinsing and repeating. But this is a drastic leaky bucket that so many of you that I speak to aren't optimizing for. Now, I love the wheel strategy for the fact that it can fit into our lives. So I'm not a day trader. I'm not a full-time trader. I don't want to be, but I love being involved in the markets and trading, right? A few times a month or a few times a week, depending on, setups and stuff like that. But what I've realized, especially over the past few years, is how much money is being wasted by running the wheel strategy and not optimizing for it. Now, I developed something called the Ark Options Strategy that really over-engineered the wheel strategy, and I'm going to show you what that all entails just here in a few minutes. Let's quickly recap what the wheel strategy is, okay? Because that's the first thing. Some of you might be more beginners. All we're saying with the wheel strategy is this, right? Let's say you're like, I want to buy 100 shares of a stock, right? In 30 days from now, and I'm going to name my price. Let's say I want to buy a company XYZ. It's currently trading at $100, right? And in 30 days, if it's trading at $90, I'm willing to buy 100 shares. If you did a trade like that, you'd be given a premium upfront. That's cash, that's actual income that is deposited into your brokerage account that's coming from the silly little options buyers, right? That's where that's coming in. Now, you're going to wait those 30 days. You're not doing much. Now, there's management and stuff like that, more advanced stuff, but a lot of people just let everything go to expiration. Nothing wrong with that. That's all depends on what your strategy is and how this fits into your lifestyle, right? But we wait our 30 days, right? If it's trading at 90 or below 90, okay, then we're going to get assigned. If it's not, okay, our money to buy those shares is returned back to us and we sell another put, right? Did we get assigned? No? Okay, let's sell another put. Did we get assigned? Yes. Let's say you actually ended up having to buy your shares at like $90. Well, let's say then your money's gone, right? It's not given back to you. You're given 100 shares or however many contracts you did. And now we start selling calls, right? Now we sell a call, right, against our 100 shares, right? Now the asset that we're putting up on the line is our 100 shares. We're saying, hey, we bought these shares at 90. You know what? If it's trading at 95 in 30 days from now, we're willing to sell our 100 shares at 95, right? I like to look at this as like forcing myself to buy low, sell high in a way, right? And like actually locking in gains. I don't like buying hold is definitely important. I think you should have a buy and hold portfolio, but a lot of people are truly just, you know what? Like get hurt so many times when they just focus on trying to find individual stocks like and buying and holding them. Like look what happened in like April and plenty of other times, right? When you could like force yourself to sell, lock in actual gains, and then get in on the dips, right? Like that's at least how I look at it. But my buy and hold portfolio, I don't do any of this option stuff. Just anything extra, I like to sell option on. But that's me. I'm just saying here, I'm willing to sell my 100 shares that I bought at 90 for $95 in 30 days from now, okay? Let's say 30 days rolls around, it's still trading around 90, right? Your shares are not going to be sold, okay? Cool. We'll sell another call, collect more premium up front. Again, we're getting that cash up front, right? Let's say, another 30 days goes by and now you end up selling your shares for $95. Quite perfect. Then we could sell another put on the same company or go find a different opportunity with a different setup. That's the wheel strategy in a nutshell. And you kind of just live here, right? But this is a very, very, very big leaky bucket, right? So what I kind of put together was the Ark Options Strategy, okay? Now, the way this kind of works is first thing we obviously have is our cash secured put premiums, right? Now, your money is sitting here, right? When you're buying a stock, right? And most of you use Robinhood, right? There are very few brokerages and very specific setups on various brokerages where you can actually earn interest around 4% at the time you're recording this video on your money while you're waiting to buy stocks. That's what I call the cash secured put interest, right? It's a complete waste of money. If you're on a brokerage right now that is not giving you interest on your money while you're waiting to buy stock, it is insane. It's basically, you can kind of look at it like a high yield savings account, right? They'll pay you like your 4% or whatever a year, and you're paid out monthly. This is the same exact thing. While you're waiting, let's say you wrapped up like $50,000, right? Or $60,000, you're doing the wheel on SPY. That's a lot of money, right? That could be earning you interest, right? And even if you have a small account, I challenge you, like, set up your foundation well right from the start, right? Even if the interest you're making is like negligible, right? It still adds up drastically over time, right? And the reason why is because it has like a compounding interest and a snowball effect. You're collecting cash secured put premiums monthly or weekly, and you're getting paid out your interest on a monthly basis as well, right? And it really starts to snowball. You might not see it this month. You might not see it next month. But guess what? You do this for years and years, and you're like, wow. Like, and then you add up all the interest that you just collected. Like, it's quite literally like just free money that you would just be earning passively, but you're not, because you're using Robinhood, and you know what Robinhood's doing? They making you money with your money, and they ain't even giving you a little piece of it. So make them pay to have your money, right? That's the way I look at it. Drop an amen in the comments if you agree, right? Ain't nobody getting my money for free. So next thing, if we get assigned, right, we're collecting those covered call premiums, right? That's fantastic, right? That's kind of collecting rent on our shares. That's the way I like to look at it, right? You got 100 shares just sitting there. Put them to work. Put them to work, right? A lot of people, they hold, I love talking about this so much with people. I was just golfing with a buddy of mine, and I was like, hey, you got 100 shares or something? And I showed him, like, literally live, like right on the golf course, like that you can literally do this. Now, a lot of it's a mental barrier a lot of people have to get through, because like options, they say they think it's scary, they're fearful. It's all the normal things, right? Because we all lost money with options at some point. Drop a name in the comments if you have. I can't be the only one, right? But covered calls, I like to look as kind of putting our shares to more work and forcing ourselves to potentially sell our shares. I don't believe it's a bad thing to sell your shares. I just don't, right? Because we recoup our investment, we got the premium, and then we can go into another opportunity where there's another setup. There's always setups. There's always opportunity out in the market. That's what makes this so incredible, right? Now, with that said, right, I like to do this also on dividend paying stocks, right? Because obviously we're not earning interest on our money with a covered call, because we have our 100 shares that we're doing this on, but we're able to kind of earn an interest in a way, but in the form of a dividend payment. Now, some dividend stocks pay more than others, right? You can get 4, you can get 8, some of them pay like 12%. Obviously, those I stay away from those. I've got burned. When I first started my investing journey, I was really drawn by the live off dividend crowd. Oh my goodness gracious! Those people are they don't even understand like what they're missing out on by just trying to focus on dividend payers. But I got definitely got burned a bunch of times getting into high dividend paying stocks and ETFs that we're paying 10%. They just totally burned me. But with that said, that's me. That's your investing journey. You're gonna learn, right? You're gonna make mistakes, and it's part of it. So for me, like for example, like realty income, I love running the Ark Options Strategy on realty income because I'm waiting to buy it, collecting interest, and then when I do buy it, I'm running covered calls, I'm collecting premium, and I'm collecting the dividend payments. And then finally, if and when and hopefully I sell my shares for a profit, I collect that appreciation sale as well. And that's why I call this the Ark Options Strategy, right? There's 5 sources of income and premium that you're actually collecting in this. Now, if you want to implement this, I believe you can do this in the next 7 days, right? This is not something that's supposed to take up or take away from your work, from your real life, from your faith, family, your fitness. This is something that should complement your lifestyle and something that you don't necessarily burn out of. A handful of trades a month is really all I do personally for this. And it's not necessary to do this essentially full time, even though a lot of people do. If you want to learn more about a private mastermind group that we have of people, non-toxic people, all financially stable people doing this day in and day out, sharing their trade ideas. Obviously we have our pre-market calls. We have an amazing live chat group. I literally talk to our group members literally more than my actual friends in real life. And it's a really tight-knit, awesome community. If you want to learn more about the Ark Options Strategy and see if you're a good fit for that, click the first link in the description of today's video. You're going to be able to watch a quick little 7-minute video where I dive more into Ark Options Strategy, especially if you don't understand it, and you'll be able to book a completely free call. There's no high pressure sales tactics or anything. We want to make sure that you're a good fit, actually a good fit for the community. The last thing we want is somebody toxic coming in here and kind of like ruining the vibe of the group. So obviously you can't be a toxic person. You probably already know if you are or not. Let's be honest. And secondly, you obviously need to be financially stable, guys. This is a strategy. The unfortunate reality is it takes money to make money. And this is one of those strategies where the more money you have, the more premiums, and the more you could deploy your capital. So go ahead and click that first link in the description of today's video, guys. Remember, sell options, collect premiums, repeat. I'll see y'all tomorrow.